Hello everyone and welcome to my EastEnders Niyago's channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. When EastEnders finally revealed the identity of the victim and killer in its 10-month mystery, it signaled the demise of one character. Actor Danny Walters formally left the soap opera when Linda Carter killed Keanu Taylor in the Christmas Day episode in order to defend Sharon Watts. Speaking following the major twist, Walters acknowledged that it was difficult to hide Keanu's passing. "It's been really challenging. I feel like I've made a lot of excuses and have been really dishonest with my family and friends, laughs," he stated. "But I've done my best to keep everything a secret, because I wanted the plot to have as much impact on the audience as possible. And maybe that's paid off. The writing in the script was fantastic, and every character had such a great storyline throughout the whole episode," Walters said of the highly awaited episode's script. "The episode is a true emotional roller coaster for my character, filled with highs and lows. Being a part of that was really enjoyable." The day began with a long-overdue celebration for Keanu and his partner Sharon, played by Letitia Dean. Not everyone anticipated Keanu's death. The two were getting married, but in typical EastEnders fashion, things didn't go as planned. He was discovered to have staged Albie's kidnapping with Karen, so Sharon called off the wedding and revealed that Albie is actually Phil's biological son and not Keanu's. It was a great storyline to be a part of, and it is that traditional EastEnders wedding in the way it doesn't go to plan, added Walters. "The filming was amazing, and Letitia Dean looked stunning as she walked down the aisle. Filming those sequences with her and witnessing the growth of our characters was incredible. For them, it has been a long trip. I believe that Keanu has always desired it, as well as the opportunity to wed Sharon. It obviously didn't go as planned in typical EastEnders fashion." Walters considered his part in such an ambitious arc for the BBC soap opera, as residents of Walford now have to deal with the fallout. "It was a pleasure to participate in. I hope the plot has been entertaining for the audience. As a small piece of the larger puzzle, I hope that my contribution has had an impact," he remarked, going on to admit that he had preserved a memento from the set, Keanu's greased mechanic overalls from Taylor's Autos. With Keanu Taylor's murder in an intense Christmas Day episode, EastEnders has finally answered its 10-month mystery. As the titles rolled, Nish Panesar was also shown lying hurt on the Queen Vic's floor. Since a flash-forward broadcast in February, viewers have been aware that one guy will die in Walford over the holiday season, and that the 6 ladies who will be in the bar that night were Denise, Kathy, Linda, Sharon, Stacy, and Suki. But until the video was transmitted, neither Keanu's identity nor that of Linda Carter, the person who killed him, were made public. Producer of EastEnders Stories, Kiri Zindilis, posted the following on X/Twitter. "And there we have it, everything has changed in a flash. We are proud of the entire cast and crew of at BBC EastEnders for keeping the secret hidden for such a long time." A BBC Three spin-off hosted by Joe Swash disclosed that Chris Crenshaw had informed Kelly Bright back in September that Linda would be the killer and that their discussion had been recorded. "Oh Jesus, why have you done this to me?" When he revealed that Linda was the murderer, Kelly questioned him before acknowledging that she hadn't anticipated it. "I mistakenly believed for a long time that it was Phil, but it was actually Keanu. But when they were thinking about the victim," she said to the showrunner, "I don't know why Linda would kill Keanu." After Chris informed her that Nish was on the ground, Kelly exclaimed, "Nav is my favorite. It's not who I want it to be." After acknowledging that it wasn't the whole tale, and that there is a twist in true EastEnders fashion, Chris went on to say that Linda kills Keanu. "I like Danny too. I don't want him to go either," replied Kelly. The 6 gathered in the Vic for varying motives during tonight's 1-hour special episode of EastEnders. They were all trying to get away from the different issues going on in their own lives, but none of them could have predicted what was going to unfold. Prior to that crucial point in the Vic, Keanu and Sharon's wedding had collapsed when Bernie and Phil stormed into the church and declared that Keanu and Karen had staged Albie's kidnapping. Bernie, inconsolable, accused Keanu of abandoning the family. Disturbed, Sharon called off the wedding and slapped Keanu in front of the crowd, informing him that she felt deceived by his falsehoods. She also revealed to Keanu that Phil is Albie's biological father and not him. Upon hearing their chat, Phil realized that his fiancée Kat, who was standing behind him, was also aware of the reality based on her response. Keanu accused Sharon of lying to him as he was having trouble processing the news. Following the breakdown of the ceremony, Kathy took advantage of the opportunity to go with Linda and Sharon, and Rocky later confessed that he was missing her. Since things between her and Jack remained tight, Denise soon followed her. With Linda, Denise, and Kathy following Sharon back to the Vic, Phil was left to wonder what his future held. If he wanted to get to know Albie, Kat insisted she wouldn't get in the way of it. While Denise, Kathy, Sharon, and Linda were enjoying their Vic, Phil approached them and expressed his want to get to know Albie when they were ready. Kathy attempted to step in during his and Sharon's argument, and she was shocked when Phil shoved her out of the way. Reluctantly, Sharon let Phil to see Albie before Linda took him out of the bar. Meanwhile, Suki and Stacy were trying to get away from an enraged Nish, who had just gotten out of jail and was seeking retribution for what had happened. Lying to Suki about Nugget's condition, he tried to entice her back to the house and even tried to lock her inside to keep her from leaving. But as Ravi restrained Nish, Suki managed to get away, and she and Stacy found themselves in the pub while Ravi and Nish battled inside the house. After Suki revealed that she and Eve were in love and desired a relationship, Sharon suggested that they raise a glass to true love as a group. While Dean observed her from the stairwell, Linda had gone upstairs for a private drink. Earlier, he had gone to the Vic to drop off a gift for Gina from his daughter Jade, but George had requested him to leave, stating that she didn't want to see him. But when George departed to go to the Beals' house, Dean was able to conceal in the pub. Suki told the others that she was leaving Walford, and they encouraged her to contact Nish and tell him to come over to the pub, since they thought he wouldn't dare hurt her in front of so many people. When he got there, he made an effort to convince the others to leave and insisted that Suki come home so they could chat. I know what happens when you women get together and drink too much white wine, but this doesn't have to turn into a big drama, does it? Nish stated. Suki declared to Nish that she loved Eve, that their marriage was finished, and that she wanted him to leave the house. Each woman defended Suki in turn, insisting that if Nish attempted anything, they would call the police. Suki reacted angrily to Nish's pleas that he still loved her, saying, "I can't bear to look at you." Nish grabbed Suki as she turned her back on him, and they started fighting. As Linda hurried to phone the police, Denise struck Nish over the head with a broken bottle, causing blood to flow from her wounds. Keanu entered the tavern through the front doors and demanded to know what had happened, as Sharon announced that Nish was dead. "You just killed a man," he said, demanding to take Albie, who was sleeping upstairs, after realizing what had transpired. "I'm taking my son to prison with me, Sharon, and you're going to prison." Sharon reiterated that Keanu is not his son and maintained that he would never lay eyes on Albie again. Never before she would allow him to take Albie. While Suki was performing chest compressions and recovery breathing, because she didn't think Nish was dead, Linda stabbed an enraged Keanu from behind with a carving fork, causing him to fall to the ground as he tried to strangle Sharon on the steps. Her terrified friends were gathered around Keanu, looking shocked, as she hurried in to tell the others he was still alive. The executive producer of EastEnders has consistently stated that viewers should watch the highly anticipated Christmas episode of the show live. The good response to the flash forward and the 6 plot since February has us quite happy. The Christmas Day surprise is truly an episode to see live on Christmas Day. It's been a long time coming. The excitement that the 6 is generating excites us. It's exactly what we had anticipated would happen. We had hoped that individuals would converse, theorize, and develop their own theories, which they would then discuss with one another. We wanted it to be a storyline that brings the viewers together too. And we're over the moon that it seems to be doing that, and the audience are enjoying being a part of it. Thanks for watching if you liked this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.